All right, let's start this baby up.
Oh, hold up. Because okay, so I want to make sure they can hear you on my side as well. Um,
Okay. Yep. Double check. Check.
yeah,
Check.
yeah, yeah,
Test.
yeah.
Test.
I'm just gonna do that
Should
because
be.
for some reason, how do I lower your? I've never used this application before, so you'll have to give me a moment while I
Okay.
figure out how to lower your volume per se on my end.
Yeah. Started out with this. A lot of my former people that I knew used this app, so that's
Oh,
why I went this way.
very cool. Yeah, no problem. I'm trying to see if there's a way to lower you on my end because you
Mm-hmm.
are particularly loud on my end. I'm trying to see if there's a way.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Okay.
is I don't I am what the kids at home would call tech illiterate. It's one of those
Yeah.
very special
I've
things.
watched a few of your streams before.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
That's fine. Let me see if I can you know what? I'll just lower the web browser audio for right now, I guess. Give me a second. You can start speaking. I'm just gonna lower it.
I'm just going to put this on for now until I can really get what you are. I mean, there is a certain level of narrative control going on that I'm seeing. Do you think there's any merit
Question
to
for
that?
Vincent Martin. Do you believe in the
So
roast
the question would
game?
be so my issue
Ah,
with
what
that
was the question?
is
I got distracted
Narrative
by the.
control going on that I'm seeing. Do you think there's any
Question
merit
for
to that?
Vincent
Okay.
Martin. Do you believe in the
so
roast
the question would
game?
be so my issue with that is what do you mean by narrative control? Because when we're talking about narrative control, you're acting as if what the narrative other people
Wait, he thinks there's narrative control going on within the jar like drama that was going on. I, I don't know how there was any like controlling of narrative. Nothing was being held of information or anything of the like. So I just don't know where he's getting with that. What kind of narrative control?
are speaking about. So Beckett specifically or anyone else who has covered JAR in the past, that is a
Alright, I'm still
loaded
sick.
term that interestingly is supposed to cast dispersions against their narrative. So my question to you is, do you think that these people are lying about their experiences with JAR?
I think they're framing it in such a way that they're just collecting a file full of things they can use that jar at the right moment. That seems to be in line with the ace.
Everyone does that in a sense. Like you collect information. Not like you don't collect, but someone does something weird, you're gonna remember it. And well, Jar does a lot of weird shit, and people remember a lot of that. So you end up making a video on it. It's gonna look pretty bad.
CC. Wait for the right moment. And I won't say Jar doesn't do similar things. Okay, that's not something. One of my arguments. Okay, I think he try. I think he has that same habit. I do. I really think that's the culture of the ACC in general. Try to wait until they can use something.
But is that not the culture of multiple drama channels? Specifically, you can look for instance, do you know much about the Brad Taste drama a little bit?
No, I do
Do you-
not know anything
do you
about
know who
that.
wrote
I don't know
Mullane?
why
It's
that's
literally
How's the
that's
narrative?
all.
Because you're
sort of
saying that this
similar?
is exclusively to the ACC, and I'm providing you an example of someone who would be considered in commentary who does something similar. And Rose is crazy. Do not make like
He's from the sounds of it, it's almost like he's complaining that people have too much evidence on Jar. Like, oh my god, all these people have so much evidence on Jar. They should just get rid of it. Like, what the fuck?
don't get it twisted. But I am providing you an example of someone who does it in a different space. I'm not disagreeing with you that this is something that was pervasive in the ACC. I'm not an ACC creator. I would like to consider myself a tourist. I have spoken with different creators who have looked into the ACC. But one of the
Same
things
here.
is that
I've looked into the ACC myself a while
Yeah.
back ago. So
yeah, and that's fine. But this
Good
is not
for
something that
fucking
necessarily
you.
exclusive to the
You want a
ACC.
cookie?
To your credit, you made a Twitch poll video. We could say, for instance, that is commonplace in the Twitch poll community as well, because you can look at Demon Mama and specifically with Xanderhall. When all the Xanderhall stuff came out, Demon Mama was ready to burn him. Are they ACC?
No, and exactly the old commentary with Zaptai seemed to have done the same thing. I'm Alex. I covered that myself.
So
I
when
was,
you say something,
sorry,
you were saying that this is something the ACC does. That's an incorrect statement, right? That's
No, it's not incorrect. It's just not exclusive to the ACC.
okay, but
This is
your
prevalent in different
argument,
Why are
your
we-
argument.
Wait. Why are we still stuck on this? I'm like trying not to cough while talking. Jesus Christ. Why are we still on this narrative bullshit? Move on. Stop fighting on this. Like this, I don't think it's Falgi that's doing this. I'm gonna burp. But it's mainly Vincent. It was like, excuse me. I'm so sorry. It's mainly Vincent who's like arguing all this bullshit, and it's just fucking annoying.
Your argument is that this is the ACC when this is multiple parts of commentary. So, because when you create a narrative that says that there's narrative control regarding JAR, The
Yes,
question
within
that,
this particular instance, okay?
but it's
I'm
not
just labeling what it is.
but it's not
I
exclusive to this space. is
I'm
what
not saying it's exclusive to the
you
space.
are making the illusion that
I've
it is when
got-
you're not including other spaces.
I
and then
know
you-
I'm not. You're making that leap in logic.
It's not a
This
leap
is
in
happening
logic.
in a
It's
lot.
not- it's
No,
not a leap in
this
logic
is
when you make
happening
it-
a lot.
Okay, so then
A
why
lot
don't
of
you
this
say
is
that?
happening.
Why don't you say that though in your
Why
video
do I
or
have
just
to
now?
include other spaces?
Because
Why
you're
do
making
I
no,
need to make
because when you
extra
are doing
ones?
this
I feel like he's gonna start going like, "Let me speak, let me speak."
in your response video, you're saying that Beckett is becoming more like the ACC every day, and if something like
Yep.
this is pervasive in multiple spaces of commentary, then Beckett is just becoming more.
I don't know why, but like off topic, I love Beckett. I love his voice. Like it's just so soothing, and yeah, his live streams are pretty cool. So, but I don't really see much of the hate, to be honest. Like he's a pretty honest dude. It seems like, and I don't know. I don't, you know, it is what it is. Anyways, going back on
commentary
topic.
every day. Again, you
a certain segment of commentary is pulling away from it, and some are pulling with this.
Sure, I would
sort of
agree.
Narrative focus.
I sure would agree. I'm not particularly. I don't like. Listen, I've engaged in a gay op. I could fully agree to that. It's on my channel. But again, to say that it is exclusively of the ACC or Beckett specifically is of the ACC variety. Listen, I have my own problems with Beckett. Being friends with him, I still have my problems with him. But
Okay.
I would say that you are painting a brush that is of a different color, if that makes any sense to you.
Jesus Christ, this is really dumb. Ah,
It's still not. I'm saying it's not exclusive just to the ACC.
But
It's a
your
broad
illusion, but
You're
your
not
illusion to the
understanding
fact
one
is that
bit.
it's,
Jesus.
it's
Allusion
specific.
to it.
It's a
Okay. In this particular one, I
Individuals can
narrow
read
down the
subtext.
focus. It happens within
Okay.
sort of the Queeman sort of sector of the group also, and I think it's more pervasive on that side.
But it's not. It's not also just there. I mean,
Yeah.
not. I mean, it's not just there. Would you say
He sounds like
Diorio
he's
is
like-
Queeman?
Vincent sounds like he's about to like explode any second. Just the way his voice is like raising whenever he gets like really mad, or like when he starts getting mad, it's just weird. It's like he's about to crash out.
Nope.
So when Diorio has the pixie leaks and he knows of the erudite stuff, would you then say that that's not just Queeman? Listen, I don't have a lot of love for Queeman personally. I'm not a fan of Queeman. I don't particularly know the guy that well.
Who's Queenman again? Fuck. I probably know. My brain isn't working right now.
But again, I am. It's very interesting that you're.
That's
Oh
where
wait,
the point of my
he's the dude with the little GIF thing that like. Yeah, I know who Queenman is.
my
bad.
criticism is coming from. In fact, it started from the Himpleton server. I have a playlist of all these videos. They have common themes to it,
Is that
starting with the sort of issues with Himpleton and his server.
and you were a former
throughout this.
moderator of Himpleton's, if I remember correctly, or I heard through the grapevine.
Yeah. Someone talked me
Is he-
into.
Is he like autistic or something like that? He's like getting mad on like clarifications and everything. It's just like, dude, he's just trying to get a better understanding, and you're like, no, 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 no. I am a surgeon. I am a surgeon. Like, dude, it's not that serious.
Joining the mod staff. I didn't do much mod stuff though. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
I'll take the status, but I'm probably not going to do much. I was sort of out. I got somewhat into the Plague Mall stuff after the Mama Max stuff, but that's what I was mostly there for.
Mhm.
Mama Max sort of coverage. How I met a lot of those people that I know in commentary is through the Himpleton Discord.
Okay, so
Oh.
so where I guess the question is because not a lot of people maybe know who you are. I only knew that tangentially.
Yes, I
because
tried
you
to
and I,
say
you and I
in
have
the
a common
shadows.
friend. You and I have a common friend, British.
Try to
Friend,
stay in the
So,
shadows.
who I actually just to make you aware haven't even talked to him about this. You made that assertion in like your little read through of the comment that I made, which you don't really address correctly, but we'll get there.
That's fair enough.
I haven't even had a talk with him. I didn't even know that you guys were friends. So what then contributed to your falling out with Himpleton? Was it the jar stuff?
No, the Himpleton stuff is just because of the Xmod situation that I looked into. There was a lot
Which-
of issues, and most of it is in the small commentary playlist, the start of it.
I understand that.
video
But could
to
you
the
explain
last.
that to a wider audience because you are getting a lot more coverage now? Just listen. I'm just trying to give you the fairest shake humanly possible.
Jesus, he's like,
Uh,
he's getting so goddamn frustrated for no reason. It's like, Balji's just trying to get to a certain point, and this dude's like, oh, I don't have to explain myself. It just is what it is. No, you have to elaborate on certain things because not everyone's going to understand. Just because you can make it make sense in your brain doesn't mean everyone else understands it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just being a regard, but that's just how I see it.
Sorry, it's a little hard on the spot to recap those things. I would have to go back over those old videos in detail to give a comprehensive sort of coverage of this. But I'm saying this has not started from just Beckett to Jar.
Okay.
Okay. This is not about Jar. This started off a while ago, and looking at different communities that are sort of interconnected.
Yes. So then so one of the questions would be, why would you pick Jar specifically? What do you think makes Jar?
Yeah, well, why did you pick Jar in the first place? If this isn't about Jar, why did you make a whole video schlocking his robo-cock just to, what, get everyone's bad side? What's the point of it?
Unique in this
Oh,
instance.
the Kumo thing. I mean, Beckett will admit that Kumo was doing a whole bunch of gay ops.
Yeah.
I don't see why it's so unrealistic to feel like Jar, the perfect guy to gay op, was gay opt into all this shit.
So but then again, I'm going to ask you this. Do you think the women, because I'm going to focus on this, do you think the women who had experiences with Jar as well as had DMs are lying?
I'm thinking they're framing their sort of experience through a certain filter that I do not agree with.
What does that mean? Just say yes or no, motherfucker. So you do not agree with them or whatever.
They re-examine it through the past.
So again,
I am
going
the
to ask.
discussion there.
So I'm going to ask the question, and I would like you to give me a better answer. Yes or no? Do you think the women who had instances with Jar are lying? Yes or no?
I don't think it's a clear-cut answer.
Yes or no? I'm asking you a yes or no question at this point.
I can't answer that.
So you think they're lying? So you do think they're lying? So let's be frank. You think they're lying?
Yes. I would lean more towards the lying side of things.
So you believe all of the evidence regarding?
So you believe him is a proven liar.
I'm not. It's so
that was one of the people he brought on at the very end of his video. Freak.
Okay.
There's a lot of
but there are multiple other people. There's Thuman, there's Mally, there are other people that have instances of DMs where Jar is asking to go to their room. So you think all of those people are lying, correct? And you think all of these people magically outside of each other are lying together to
they've
gay
done
Jar?
it before in the ACC. I think there's separate people with hidden motives coming together.
What have they done? Like, can you have like evidence of what they've done, of what they've lied about? Because all that he said is they've lied before. Oh, they've done it before. Like, but there's so much evidence of Jar already. It's just like, it just makes no sense. My brain's not braining.
There. Yeah, I think it's mainly Kumo in this particular case here. And I think the
Do you think
reliability...
Kumo is running this behind the scenes? I'm sorry.
Kumo was gay opping. No way. No way, bro. Oh, that's crazy.
Do you actually think...
I have no clue. My claim is just Kumo gay opt Jar. Do you accept that?
Yeah, it's so...
Okay.
Yes, but that's not the question I'm asking. Please, come back to the point. That's not what I'm asking. Because that's also not technically what your video is about. Because here's the problem, right? Your video is not only incomplete, it's erroneous because you let him talk the way he talks, right?
How's that erroneous?
Am I supposed to police his language? Here's why it's erroneous.
To police his language.
No, I'm not talking about policing his language. It's talking about challenging certain assertions that he made, right? And I'm not talking about the Coyote Lovely stuff. I'm not talking about other things like that.
Yeah, and that's mainly what I'm talking about in my video.
Is that the only conversation that you guys had? Then why don't you bring up the... I'm sorry, why don't you bring up the fact that he made 2 versions of the video? Because that actually matters for the Kumo stuff. Did you know that he made 2 versions of the video?
How does that matter? Bro, oh my god, he's brain dead. Holy shit. Either he's really stupid or he's trying to cover his ass. But I think I'm leaning towards the real fucking stupid.
The Kumo stuff.
Do you know that he made 2 versions of the video? Then why didn't you include it?
I don't have to include it in my video.
Then your video...
Oh, then it's incomplete, you fucking...
Video by nature is incomplete. Because the reason he stopped making the video is because he heard the Kumo debates, which were asked, by the way. Jar's a fucking moron for ever thinking that. Because Kumo's on...
I will agree.
Yes,
I will agree with that.
But the problem is that you are leaving out an important part of the timeline, right? You are leaving an important part of the timeline. That is that Jar made a...
No, I am focusing on certain elements, and that is all. My critique
but him making that video actually...
But the elements that you're focusing on also is important to the elements that you left out. You... you blew a fuse in my brain or something. I don't know, but I've lost something in my brain.
Fits into the narrative of Beckett's complaints. Because what if Beckett's complaints in the video is that Jar always shows up at the end of dramas to think that he is the king of the castle, when that's not actually what happened in this scenario.
That's a reading.
It's not a reading if that's what he did.
It is.
It's not a reading if he...
A reading? What does that even mean? Like,
am I special? Like, how's that a reading? That's just how it is. That's how it went. You'd always just make videos after the drama was over and go like, "Oh, yep, I won the drama. I did it, guys." And it's like, "Dog, you were like so fucking late. What are you doing? What is this?"
He actually made a video that includes reading the document itself, then gets cold feet when someone he doesn't like is pushing back on it because not a lot of people were covering Cinnabare at the time because it was open and shut because she made a response.
And
Your
her response
video is
couldn't have been
His
coerced
whole
at
video
all.
is
Okay,
leaving
I
outstanding
definitely
information.
agree that it probably
He's fucking tweaking, bro. He reminds me of Jar when he was like starting to tweak out in his own video, where he was like, I can't remember what he exactly said, but like he started like tweaking out in Vincent's video, and holy shit, bro, Vincent's doing the same shit.
was not coerced to the degree that freaking Jar asserts it to be, and that she's
but
definitely
then why is none of that
guilty of
included in
red
your video
flags.
then? Because if
I
you
don't have to cover everything in my video. Why can't you get that? I am focused on a certain segment.
because your video is
You need-
incomplete because there's easy ways to refute your statements, but you don't like that though. You actually don't
The
enjoy
easy
that.
refutes.
Do you not like that?
You don't
Do you not
know
like
me.
that? Do you not like
No, I am focused.
What? What is that? Why does not knowing you have to do with this fucking incomplete video? You absolute tard. Holy shit.
Focusing on one particular, well, a couple of different.
You focus on a
elements of my
couple different
video.
elements, right? You focus
Yeah.
on
That also, in reference, is important to the elements that you left out, you imbecile. Holy shit.
you kind of a little bit conceded on the Chud Logic part. Again, I don't
Yes,
think
that's my reading.
Yeah.
That's my personal reading. I will re-clarify that. That's my personal reading of it. And you can say I have a negative bias towards Chud. I used to be a fan of him, and I just sort of drifted away from his fan base because I noticed something changing with his content, and I didn't realize what it was until Tommy C did his little thing, and I saw it wasn't even Tommy C's coverage of Chud. What he pointed out, I'm like, Tommy C could have a point. It wasn't until Chud Logic responded so over the top, even more erroneous. Go in with talking points that seem to have come from
I
Queenman,
don't
but I
even know
can't
what the fuck-
guarantee that.
What does it have to do with Jar talking about Chud Logic, bro? I don't give a fuck. I don't care if you like to watch Chud Logic shit. Focus on Jar. You're like,
so. Do you think that his reaction, reviewing the fact that Jar wanted to shop the video specifically to Chud, and that was his intention, where it was a pedophile defense video, is a read-in from Queeman?
Did Jar think she was a pedophile at the time?
He did actually. That's what's in the first video. He did actually. That's
And
the,
he, and
that's
he
the
can't
problem.
change his
See,
mind
that's
later on?
that's the problem
He
with your
can't change
coverage,
his
though.
mind?
you didn't even know about his first. You didn't even remember what the first video I had about. Oh my god.
That's the problem with your coverage. He believed that she
That
was
he
a
changed his
pedophile,
mind.
but he had
That
no
she
evidence.
changed his
He
mind.
was not presented with new evidence. The only evidence that was there was her testimony.
Yes.
Her testimony, and it doesn't
And
change
on
anything.
duty ethics, you can get Jar. Okay, you can definitely say he didn't do his due diligence. From
But that's not presented in your
duty
video because that
ethics.
is part of the critique. That is part of the critique in Beckett's video. And
okay.
that's what you're not
the
understanding.
duty ethics.
Vincent
but
sounds like he
Beckett
licks
does not
toes
accept
with mud on
ethics,
it.
Okay, he does not live by the ethics.
He
Okay?
cannot live
he
by
does
his own
something
ethics.
very
That's fine.
similar.
I don't give a shit about his ethics. That's not what
Chat
I'm
eye,
talking
Miss
about.
Rose.
The problem is that he actually knew, and this was after his.
One thing I do not like about Falgy's stream is that when he's doing debates, he needs to turn off his fucking chat donation notification things. It's really fucking annoying, and like I start to lose concentration. But that's just me being an autistic little freak. But anyhow,
His video had been released, right? The discovery of that second video, that first draft, was after Beckett's video, and it was highlighting
And did
his
Jar
past.
hide that? Did Jar try to hide that?
Yes, he
No.
absolutely.
He gave it to Leo.
He hid it from everybody else in all of his responses. You're absolutely incorrect, Vince.
No,
You're
he said
absolutely-
it in his response.
No.
He said he had a video much harder against
He said it in his response.
my
Senny
God.
Bear.
He hid it in previous
In his
responses.
response.
Here's my question to you: When was the Lyle video came out, and when did the Jar response video came out? Can you tell me when that was?
Can you tell me when Jar got?
Can you tell
Don't answer a question with a question, my guy. What the fuck?
Did his
me?
interview with Beckett?
Can you tell me?
No, not off the top of my head.
So if it's in Jar's response video that he discusses the first draft of the video, right? And if let's
Okay.
say Lio, because you keep calling him Lio, I don't give a shit.
Leo. Who the
I don't. I
fuck
personally don't
cares?
give a shit
Fauci is
either.
already
He's not a big
dead.
part of it.
I
The
don't
only
give a
part
shit
was to
either. I
establish-
actually agree with your assertion that I do feel like this was
Why we just went off track again? Like not off track, but like we just went at 180. What the fuck?
I think that he was a good source of information,
Sorry, that's my dog upstairs.
but I do think that it was an attempt. Even if I'm like on speaking terms with Lio, I do think this was an attempt.
Temu Smaggle is
to, like,
cooking
gain
nothing.
that good graces
Fire
to show that he
emoji.
was,
Fire emoji.
coming
Fire
out
emoji.
from coming out from the ACC.
Okay.
But again, my question to you is that if you don't have that timeline, Jar's response regarding the fact that he made 2 videos, one of which that
Yes.
was much harsher, because one of
Yes.
because if you know, one of the things that he peddled was, I'm dyslexic and I can't read this.
Yes.
And in the video, he actually reads from the documents.
Does he get to the particular part where it was
Yes.
human?
Yes. You didn't watch
Did he
it.
understand it correctly?
Yes. You didn't watch it. Just admit it. You didn't watch it.
I did watch it. I just must have missed that.
He is
Okay.
And you're covering it if you fucking missed it? Like what the fuck am I watching? This is so dishonest.
discusses the first grooming attempt with a rape comic. He then returns.
I remember
to the
him talking about that,
and then he
Cindy Bear
returns to it
pushing
again
back
because
on
it's a
that,
part of
the
Enno's story.
15-year-old and 17-year-old. I
Yes.
definitely remember that part.
But
And
then he
her
goes
not
back
remembering
over
it.
it. He goes back over it because it's a returning feature. It's a returning feature in the conversation.
The 15 to 17-year-old one
No,
that she claims
the
not
rape
to know?
comic.
Okay, the rape comic.
It's what I'm
Okay,
trying to
so-
explain to you is that.
So you're saying I needed to include that in my particular video,
Yes.
and I was focused on the narrative about the Coyote Lovely instance. Okay, I'm not presuming guilt or innocence on Jar. within
No,
that
you
sort of
presumed that
thing.
there was like a ball of people that were looking to take down Jar, and you.
There was definitely no. There was a certain amount of people. There were people. You even admit it. Kumo set him up, and even Lio probably.
He stop with the people setting him up. He set himself up. You God damn it.
Okay.
So what I admitted to Kumo.
So at least
So
two
what I admit
people.
about Kumo is not necessarily just a setup. Kumo got the video from Romantic Goblin, from what I understand. Cine or Jar gave it to Goblin and then gave it to Kumo. Why Jar gave it to Goblin, God only knows, right?
I think he actually gave it to Cine, and Cine gave it to Goblin.
It's either one or
If I
the other. I
remember
thought he said that he
correctly.
gave
Yeah.
it to Romantic Goblin,
did.
but it
Details.
wasn't. It wasn't Cine giving it to Goblin to give it to Kumo, right? Because
Correct.
even Kumo says, "I didn't want you in contact with Jar."
Yep.
She contacts Jar outside of everything. Jar doesn't know about the Cine defense group. So it's
No.
not a gay op in that sense. It's in the
Mhm.
sense of, well, of course, if Cine gives it the Romantic Goblin and nobody likes Jar from over there, yeah, they're going to publish it.
Mhm.
But claiming that it's a cabal that is trying
I'm
to
not.
get Jar.
I take each person in general with it, and
You literally said they're going up against him. How is
the
that?
particular thing with that the ACC more aligned people like Cheery, however you say her name, the woke ass bitch. She calls herself that in the section of the video.
Okay.
Okay, that's a separate sort of group, and that's more aligned with Harley TBS, something I didn't
Uh-huh.
even attempt to address.
Okay. So you're talking about Chuli.
Truly, okay,
Sherry is
Couldn't
a,
remember.
Sherry is a different person, right? Again.
yeah, truly sounds about right.
So here's the other thing. I believe you included Thuman in the video and other individuals, right?
I hinted at that. Yes.
Yes. So again, you don't believe any of these women. You've stated that you don't believe any of them because you haven't.
I believe
Okay, now we're back
they're
on
filtering it through
bullshit.
woke ass lens.
Why are you
Okay.
What? Woke ass lens? What? Huh? Dog, these were their experiences. Do you want to re-listen to those video clips of him going like, nice pussy, or whatever the fuck he says? Like, what the fuck? What evidence do you need to be shown to be like, oh yeah, that's a fair point. Maybe I shouldn't have made a video protecting his ass.
focused on the woke ass thing? I'm curious.
Because it's interesting. They say it themselves. Truly.
So
her video.
let me ask you a question. Can anti-woke people not be sexually harassed?
Yeah. Anyone can be sexually harassed.
So why does it matter if it's woke?
It doesn't, but it's definitely gonna
So you're lying.
unalign.
Yeah, where did the woke stuff fucking come from?
So you're lying.
against.
So
No, it's
so you're
gonna
lying.
woke people are going to
So,
be against anti-woke people.
but it's not
okay?
about a woke.
What the fuck are we talking about? Where did you go from fucking talking to Jar to going woke against anti-woke? Fighting on the streets. Yeah, like no.
Woke versus anti-woke thing, because then why
Yeah,
would
it's a difference in
so
values.
are you calling Beckett
There is
woke?
a difference in values.
Are you calling Beckett woke?
I don't know what Beckett is.
He's
okay?
not.
Don't
Neither am
attempt to
I.
ask.
You also said that
Okay.
I'm not woke. I'm soy,
no
but not
clue.
necessarily not woke. But
You're
again,
definitely soy. Okay.
yeah, that's fine.
Willie is the woke ass bitch by self-admission.
Okay, but then my question to you then is that why does that matter? Because you by your own words said
Yes,
that an
it's
anti-woke
going
person.
to.
You just said an anti-woke person
In a
can
certain
also be
video,
sexually
Beckett
harassed.
says Jar was the token right wing member of the ACC. Okay,
Which
there
he
was a stream
was.
where he said that.
Which
Yes,
he was.
he was. It's going to make him definitely a target for most of the people of the ACC. I'm surprised he lasted as long as he did without getting major pushback. He's very careful, very paranoid.
Careful, my ass. Paranoid for sure. Careful. No. He is for sure not careful at all. Or else he wouldn't have talked to those women like that. He would have been more professional because, yeah, sure, this isn't a job necessarily, but this is where the internet can bash you if said and so video clips of you saying, nice pussy and shit like that. Or, hey, senorita, I'm coming, I'm hitting up your place or something like that. Like, I don't fucking know what you said there. But, like, you know, it's just, he's just not careful. Paranoid. Fucking for sure. And I think that's from all the drug shit he did. But that's it's getting off topic.
Yes.
We both can probably agree on that, right?
Yeah, we could agree
Because
that
of
Jar is
his
incredibly paranoid.
particular-
He abuses substances. That probably makes him more paranoid.
Yeah,
Mhm.
probably. At least
Mhm.
marijuana is known.
Adderall,
Definitely
cocaine.
Adderall.
Adderall. Well, he's
cocaine.
he admitted
I'm
to
sure he did.
admitted to using cocaine earlier. I have already
Mhm.
tracked most likely where he got it
Yeah,
from.
I think he mentioned that to me also.
Yeah,
I-
he abuses his Adderall. That's why he requires the sleepy time calls, because he will use it in inopportune and unrecommended times. I know how the medication
probably.
works.
Yeah, so do I.
But
Yeah,
again,
it's definitely.
why
So do I. Then why are you fighting on it, you fucking tard?
does the woke matter if that is not the context of the conversation? Because it sounds like you're grasping for a narrative that's not there. It sounds like you want narrative control.
No, I'm deconstructing a false narrative. Okay,
You're
that's all.
deconstructing what false narrative?
Yeah,
That
there's
Jar
this,
doesn't have this history?
No, that Jar is not like Coyote Ugly in my particular video. I thought I made that clear. My critique.
I don't even know who Coyote Lovely is, but like, really, don't just make comparisons, you motherfucker. Just say what you're just deconstructing. Like, nobody's fucking comparing him to Coyote Lovely that I know of, and even if so, I don't even know what the fuck that's about. Explain it in a general way, so then everyone else makes sense of it. You fucking tard.
That sort of video can be found on my channel in a stream. I did a whole video critiquing just that video on its own before I made this.
I thought
video.
your video was in critique of Beckett's video. Now it's in critique of Coyote Lovely, calling him Coyote Lovely in one offhanded stream.
That was the first narrative that
I thought your
is
video was
totally
based
false.
on just that video. I'm sorry. Are you changing the story now?
No, I said 3 things in my comments.
But you just said that
Okay.
your video is specifically fighting against the Coyote Lovely narrative. But I thought you just said what you were trying to critique.
What did I say
was
in my
Beckett's
comment?
video.
Can you go back and read my comment
No,
where
no,
I flesh it
well,
out? No,
no, but
this
I
is my
heard you read out
stance.
your
Don't
comment.
get me in the worst. Do not try to use.
Are you struggling?
What I say in this.
Are you struggling?
No.
Why
Oh,
are you struggling?
He's struggling like a motherfucker. Jesus Christ.
I'm not struggling. You're trying to.
You are.
You're
I-
trying to reframe it.
I'm not
already
reframing it. I'm
stated
using
the-
your words.
Yes.
I'm using
Yes,
your
my
words.
Words. Okay.
Come on, continue. So, is this video about Beckett's video, or is it about the Coyote Lovely narrative? Yes or no? Or not even yes or no.
What
Can
the
you just
fuck?
clarify that?
I have a statement.
So
to a
you- no,
comment you didn't respond.
You just said, yeah, because
There's
I have,
3
I have a
things.
life. I'm not going to respond to every comment. It was
Okay.
just funnier that you actually commented and you skipped absolutely everything I said, but it's okay. Again, so is this.
Because we have different values, we focus on different things.
What values do you think I have?
I have no clue, but
So why do we have different. How do you know we have different values?
Because we fundamentally do, obviously.
What values do
Okay?
you think I have?
I don't know what values you have, but they're
What the fuck? If you don't know his values, then why do you think you have different values, you idiot?
clearly not
How
in
does
line
that
with
make
my
sense?
values.
What are your
which
values?
Does not
Let's-
rely on
What are your
these
values?
insane mind reading things by going over this.
What values
What the fuck are you talking about? What?
Well, what's going on?
do you think I have? Let's start there.
No, I am not going to.
What
We're not gonna get anywhere with this guy. Jesus
values do
Christ.
you have?
Mind
Let's see
reading
if they're
for you.
aligned. Let's see if they're aligned.
It is the social contract. You agree, you make a social contract with particular people and you fall into agreement with them on a shared level. When someone breaks that agreement, you break the social contract.
What?
Interesting. I don't agree to that. I mean, I actually.
Yeah, see?
No.
I figured it.
That's just fucking retarded. What is it even going on about?
As much.
No. Let me explain to you what my values
Okay.
are because
That's fine.
if you have followed me a little bit long enough, you would see that I always try to keep the peace because
Yeah.
the way that I try
That
to
is
do it is
stupid,
I
but-
try to befriend people of different backgrounds and of different contents and even people that don't like each other. And unfortunately, that has
Mhm.
burned me way too many times in the year that I've been
It
streaming.
typically does.
Yeah, but I still try to do it because I still see the good in people, right? I still
Okay.
think that that's important. It's not a
Yeah,
it's
well,
not
you're
a
more of
quote-unquote
a
woke
optimist than me then.
yeah,
Yeah, I-
that's fine. That's fine. But again, why does the value of that or any value matter regarding Jar? Because by that transitive property, I should be more fair to Jar.
Then why aren't you?
I'm done. I give up. I'm done. Thanks for watching, guys. I'm fucking done. I'm fucking done. Because there's too much fucking evidence already proving that he's a fucking weirdo. You nut job. God damn it. God fucking damn it. I'm losing my shit.
Because there's evidence that proves otherwise. And
That
every
he's a
and-
liar. You have evidence that he's a liar.
yes.
That's your evidence is the fact in that call you think that claims makes him a liar.
No, it's the totality of his interactions on the internet regarding the Cinebear drama.
Okay. So it's death by a million paper cuts is
It's
what you're saying.
no, it's his contradictions and continued statements on it,
Yes.
right? As well as the fact that yes, he has sexually harassed women. It's just a
Yes.
fact, which is it is what it is. But if you're saying that they're all lying, people who are not connected to one another, I don't know what to tell you. There
was
are
it
people
clear
that
was
were-
it clear to Jar that he was sexually harassing that woman at the time? Okay,
Why
do
would
you
that
think
matter?
Jar
No, I don't even got anything to say. I'm sorry. I don't even know why I paused.
Why
do
would
you
that
think
matter?
Jar thought he was sexually harassing that woman at the
Who
time?
cares? I'm sorry.
I care.
Why does
okay?
that matter? Why does that
Why
actually
does
matter?
what Jar? Because why does it matter if Jar knew what he would be considered sexual harassment to the person he was talking about? This seems a little bit crazy.
So what you're saying is that Jar is Jar under a conservatorship of some kind? I don't know. Like, are you saying that he's too autistic to understand what boundaries are?
no, he has a different set of values at the end of the day of what would constitute as sexual harassment. What would
What? No, that makes no fucking sense. You were better off saying that he was too fucking retarded. You fucking numbskull.
Value
as racisms?
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I'm sorry. So there are values set to sexual harassment. Interesting. What are the value sets that you have against for sexual harassment? What do you consider sexual harassment?
This isn't about what I consider sexual
No, it
harassment
is.
here.
What do you consider sexual harassment? You made
No, yes, it is because you're the one agreeing with this fucking idiot. So go ahead.
the video. What do you consider sexual harassment?
Okay, if they would have said no, 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 okay, and the
I did say no.
explicit, like, don't talk to me that way. That would have been a direct, like, dude, don't talk to me that way. Is how she could have shut that down.
So do you think
Really
so do
quickly.
you think the multiple times that no, we're not leaving this. Do you think the multiple times that when Mally says, "Hey, I don't want to hang out with you. Hey, I don't want to hang out with you. Why are you talking about me behind my back?" You think those aren't no's?
They aren't being direct enough for someone like Jar to pick
Oh,
up
so
on
they
them.
have to be direct enough to be they have to be as direct as you to be sexually harassed, right?
Nope.
So when they say, "Hey, you're harassing me," continually and constantly, even when there's a separate Do you know about the Mally call?
Yes, I know about the Mally call.
Do you think that he's harassing her then? When he threatens to use his audience against her?
No. No. I don't think that.
Why are we bringing up all these outside
Why are you so
things?
silent? Come on. Put it together. It's a picture.
Am I on mute? No.
No. Put it
I
pic-
do
put,
not
put the picture
accept
together.
it. I do not accept your conditions, okay?
What you don't accept
You
my
cannot.
conditions?
course.
What do you mean?
Yes, your assertions.
Dog, what? Just say no. I don't agree with Jar. That's the
I'm
most
not going to
safest
play
thing you
this
could do.
game.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to keep going down this path, go ahead. You can make all the arguments of Jar. I told you my focus. This has been my focus this whole time.
So
And the
what you're
fact
so
that
what
I
you're
have to
saying is that
consider what
you would
you
purposely
val-
leave
no, what
leave
you're
information
saying
out.
is I have
So
to
you don't
value
va-
what
so you don't
value
value so
within this case.
okay, so what you
Okay, I'm
value
focused on
I
the
see.
bear
I
on
see.
the narrative of Beckett with the sort of critique of the actual video of Freak that Beckett
So
put
you don't
together.
so what you don't value is the truth. Because
That's not the truth. That's the
So do you- so
personal
you know you
truth.
lied-
So what? That's the personal truth? Then say why it is not true.
in the
What
video,
the
right?
fuck?
So you know he was lying in the video and you know that you don't care that you lie, right? Right?
No, I don't know anyone's lying. As far as
I thought you said the
concerned,
women
you're
were lying. I
to
thought
me
you said that
now.
you thought the women were lying.
You were pressing me on that. I would sort of stray that way, but I did not say.
So-
It's like walking on eggs. Jesus Christ. I sort of stray that way. Just say yes. I don't agree with them. It is not okay that you don't, but like it shows that you're just an asshole and that you just don't care about evidence. But just go ahead, say it at this point because it's so tiring having to see you walk on eggs and just trying to slowly strafe away from what Falji's saying. Like this is such bullshit.
So,
for sure
so
I
you
know
know
that
that you're
they're
lying.
lying.
So you know that they're lying though, because you don't have proof of it that they're lying.
Yes, but that's a position you pushed on me.
But you say they're lying. So where's the proof, you fucking moron? Fuck me, dude. Oh my god. He is. Sorry, dog. Sorry.
I said I didn't want to answer that because I could not judge that completely.
So you know
I
you
would-
publish
I would
false
guess on that
information
side.
in your video. Okay, that's fair.
No, what false
Why are you-
information
so
in my
here's my
video?
question.
What
Here's my
false
question.
information in my video? What is the false information in my
You are
video?
All of
believing
it.
that there is a concerted effort to create Jar as a lolcow. He was content. Now again, I would agree with Himpleton, but again, what you are asserting is that the women were lying and they're playing it up.
No,
Very
that's the
interesting. Do
direction
you
that
know? Do you
pushed
know
on
that
me.
Jar was part of the
You keep
contributing
on going
factors of
along with
Jaden
that.
Animations for coming out as asexual?
How does that have to do with my video? Why are you
Damn.
adding all these?
Well,
other
there's
factors
a
in?
person who's saying no, I don't want to be sexualized. She said no. Should he have not stopped?
But yet he continued to sexualize dog. I'm sorry, dog. I can't really go up there. We're doing this, so sorry about barking.
Did he?
I'm sorry. She came out publicly and said it. Are you aware of that?
No. What did she say?
She was coming out
Publicly
as
against
asexual
Jar.
because she didn't appreciate that people were making NSFW art of her character. She had asked about it. Right? So do you not think that he was not a part of a contributing factor for that because he's part of a community that would create that because he specifically commissioned somebody to make lewd art of her? And I'm not going to go with the pedophile argument because A, Jar is not a pedophile from any knowledge in the universe. We don't know that. And B, he did not know that artist was 17. That artist lied to him. So again, do you not think that a person who has asked people to not create NSFW art of them, and then Jar then commissions it after the fact, is not a contributing factor, and that is not her saying no?
I don't know. Okay.
So your research is incomplete. Okay, good to know. So what do
Okay.
you believe a retrospective is? What do you think the object of the video was, and how do you think a retrospective is happening?
Retrospective.
It's literally what your video is. You fucking moron. And what he's getting at is that you made a terrible video. What your video is incomplete. Okay? It doesn't have all the facts, doesn't have all the information. It's just pushing out your own little narrative. And it's bullshit.
Where are you going with this?
Because I'm asking you, do
Oh my-
you know what a retrospective means? Do you understand the point of Beckett's video? Why is it taking so long to answer?
Because
would you
I
like-
have
would you like me
something
to look up-
outside
would
this life.
Would you like me to look up the definition of retrospective for you? I have no problem doing that. Hold up. Let's do that. Retrospective. Let's do that real quick. I can pull it up for you. I'll even do it from where's Webster's? There we go. There's Webster's. Perfect. So
Are
Webster's.
you just going to talk at me this whole time?
I'm asking you a question and you're not answering. And
I
yet
don't have to answer it.
So you're avoiding the question. So you fundamentally don't understand what a retrospective video is.
Oh God! So you're using the genre defense.
I'm not using a
Within
genre
this,
defense. If you don't
okay.
understand, if you fundamentally don't understand a video, how can you critique it properly?
Oh, I see what you're going. You're using my own criticism against you, against me.
No, I'm not. I actually understood
What
what
the
your
fuck
video
is he
was.
talking
You just
about?
didn't answer any of the criticisms. But again, I'm
The
asking you again.
criticism, you can't accept that I'm focused on certain aspects within that video, within this video,
Mhm.
and sort of explaining the context
Mhm.
around that, and not actually making any particular moral judgments about Jar in general. Just that this was a gay op that he was set up with, which is something you agreed with, and
No,
you
I
don't. You
specifically
think I have to
specifically with
factor in
Himpleton.
all these other
No,
things?
no. Let it be clarified. With Kumo and Himpleton, yes. With Beckett and the women of the ACC who had instances with him, absolutely not. That's not how that works. Himpleton, of course, gay opt him. What the fuck are we all like? Are we stupid?
Okay.
Yes, but even Himpleton
Same
agreed
thing with
to it.
Kumo. Same thing
Kumo,
most likely with Kumo.
Kumo.
Something that freaking Beckett went along with, helped along with.
Again,
that's the
in the
essential
beginning
point.
of that live stream, but time moves in a linear fashion. He didn't
Mhm.
know about the Defense League until later.
But in that video, he said
No, in the
Jar was
live
trying to
stream.
gay op. No,
Live
I'm talking about
stream.
back to the video. The one that I said I was trying to critique. You can disagree with my critique of it.
Oh,
Okay.
But your
You
critique
might
is
think
it's
that my
fundamentally
fuck-
incorrect because you're not.
fundamentally incorrect because it's a retrospective.
No,
Okay,
not
I
because it's a
understand your
retrospective.
argument.
You're just wrong. You're just wrong. Why don't you pull up the timestamp of what you're speaking about and we could discuss it?
Because I don't have to at the end of
Okay,
the
so
day.
you can't do it. Okay, interesting. So every time,
Yes, I'm not focused on that particular section.
Dog, you just don't want to admit that you're wrong.
do you know
I-
what Jar actually said to Mally at VidCon? She's actually in the chat because she is constantly saying, "I said no multiple times." So she
In the
fits the
DM.
definition. Yes.
I saw those DMs. Okay.
Okay, so
I read them.
So you just said that they weren't saying no hard enough.
That they weren't being direct. Like
She did
"Dude,
say
just
no.
go
She was
away.
being direct. So
Go
are you
away."
saying that she's
she
lying?
said, "Don't do that." Yes, he was.
So don't do
overly
that is not a no?
persistent, Okay.
Don't do that is not a no?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Vincent, you absolute buffoon.
Mm,
Mhm.
yes, it's a no.
So
To
you're
the
wrong.
room,
Okay,
bang
so,
into
so
the
you're wrong.
door.
He gave up. He gave up.
Okay. So
Okay.
part of your narrative is incorrect that the women together are gay opping them because they were never direct.
No,
enough.
I never said they were gay op in him.
You were saying that they were giving a controlled narrative, you idiot. What are you saying?
said specific people gay op.
No,
Jar.
because when you're highlighting something, when you're highlighting a part
trying
of
to
your video,
backtrack now.
you put Thuman's channel up specifically in relation to the video that she created. You're talking about
Yes,
a
but
cabal of
that's to
people.
create
She is
the
another
bias
person
of-
who interacted with Jar. So you're saying
Yes.
Thuman is also lying. So what you're saying is everybody is lying, even if they show that they said no. So you need to show them that they said no. So they all have to come to you and say, "Hey, I didn't say this. Hey, I didn't say this." Very
No, I'm
interesting.
saying there's a tribal bias against Jar's worldview
Tribal?
and not understanding that.
So you think
What?
that interesting. So you think that there's a tribal thing because of him being like not woke, anti-woke, whatever the fuck you want to call it.
Yes,
What's your proof for that?
What a fucking moron.
but he considers himself anti-woke and she considers herself woke.
So that's
Oh
proof
my
enough
god,
for
we're
you.
back on this shit.
Not-
Fuck me.
That she has a bias against his worldview and his certain set of values. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Then I've seen it the opposite way. Anti-woke considers the woke the wrong way. Okay, they should be destroyed.
So why
It's
does
the
okay?
tribal mindset.
Okay.
There's evidence.
But why does that matter regarding the retrospective
yeah,
video?
he said-
and
what does it even
highlighting
fucking
the
matter?
fact that there is evidence of Jar harassing women and doing other things in the space.
He thought he was friends with the women. Okay, it was obviously not true. He thought that he used to be friends or he could be friends. And he went to VidCon and thinking maybe I can connect with at least one of these people. Was there other people he DM'd during that time? Do you know? You have more insider knowledge, I'm betting.
I'm speaking specifically about the women, please. I know that I believe he says that he attempted to, but that's not the point. And if I have more insider knowledge than you, the person who made the video, who is critiquing the Jar Freak retrospective, and those DMs are in the video, shouldn't you also know that?
We're good. We're good.
Again, so let's read it. I can read it if you want me to share my screen. I don't even know how to do it on this thing, so it doesn't really matter. Just the Robot says, want to meet up at 12 at the water fountain. Mally Malware. I'm not at VidCon anymore. Go home and rest, so nah. Enjoy your day. Just the Robot. I meant tomorrow. I also left. Just the Robot. I think it closes at 9 or 10 p.m.
Yeah,
Nah,
and
I'm
I'm
good.
just
I got
in
a
the
lot to
stream
do.
now.
Hmm?
Thank you for coming by.
What?
This is all
You're
I
He's leaving on that note. What the fuck? No,
have here.
You're ending?
he's
Are you
leaving, bro.
running?
He's
Run.
running.
Vince, are you running?
Nope. I'm ending the stream.
My stream is still going. I've been streaming. Why don't we keep talking?
Because I don't have to, jackass. Bye-bye.
Yo! He fucking ran! Yo! He fucking ran! Oh no, chat. Vincent ran! Oh no! Oh, buddy! Oh no, he ran! Oh no! Listen, I don't do that very often. I don't like the gay debate tactic shit. But holy moly, and yes, as a gay man, I will say that. Holy shit! You know what? I'm.
Yeah, I think that's enough of that fucking bullshit. So obviously, the dude didn't have any true counterpoints to Falji's actual points, and was just sucking the cock of just a robot, just to because I guess I don't know why he thought it was a good idea to do this, but he did. Falji did a good job at beating his ass, obviously, in this fucking debate, whatever. This was something. But thank you guys for watching. I know I didn't leave much commentary, to be honest, but it was just so baffling. It was just so brain dead. I was just losing brain cells by the minute. So I was just like, holy shit, bro. I don't know what to say at this point. It's just he was confusing me at other points where I'm just like, oh my god. Oh, this guy's rotting Jar's talking points were verbatim. Yeah. So I'm just reading comments at the moment. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys have a better day than me, and I'll get you in the next video. Bye bye.